welcome to Muddypawscrime interview with the owner of Missing Moose. Thank you, Jordan, for joining us to strengthen the appeal to the public for Moose and get the word out further than you have already. What we do, we'll go through a few questions, but it's your time, your voice, your appeal. Okay. So for those that don't know about Moose, can you let us know breed, age, where went missing from, and the circumstances to the best of your knowledge?
Yeah, so Moose is a black and grey chihuahua. He's 3 years old. Um, he is predominantly black, but he has got a really grey face. People have always commented about how much of an old man he looks, considering he's only 3 years old. But yeah, he is predominantly black with quite a lot of grey in him. I've had him pretty much for the whole 3 years, and he went missing in February of this year. It was the 18th of February that he went missing. It was 5:30 p.m. that I noticed, and to be honest, it was it was a normal day, if that makes sense. I'd not long been in from work, and I have another dog, Lexi, that I rescued from Romania, and they was in the garden when I got home from work. Did the usual, let them out. They did their business, and they ended up coming back in because Moose has a really bad habit of barking at pigeons. So after I had to lure him back in with a treat, which I managed to do, and he pretty much immediately wanted to go back outside again. But I just thought I'd rather you didn't. You've just been out again. You're just going to bark at the pigeons. But he wanted to go, so I let him outside again, and he ran to the end of the garden. And at that point, I stepped back in just to retrieve my phone because I was due to call somebody back.
Mm-hmm.
I stepped back outside in the garden with it. I just literally a few seconds and called his name. Didn't see him, didn't hear him. Which sometimes he would be hiding in the bushes, so I wasn't overly suspicious at the time. So I went and had a look around, but no, he was just nowhere to be seen at that point. So it was then pretty much I sort of started to panic when I realised that the only route that he could have taken would have been by jumping over the garden wall at the back and likely out through the neighbour's front gate. So that's sort of how he went missing, really.
Right, okay. And were there any sightings after?
So yeah, we've had quite well, yeah, we've had a handful of sightings since he went missing. But the issue is that we've not been able to confirm any of them. So none of them have ever been able to capture him on any sort of photos or videos or CCTV, etc. So that's been the most difficult part, is establishing whether or not what's obviously been reported is him or not.
Yeah.
So yeah, there have been sightings. I found him twice the night that he went missing. But he just ran as soon as I tried to get anywhere near him. He was gone. So we managed to get him on CCTV the night that he went missing.
Mm-hmm.
But where he went from there, we've just never been able to establish it. There was a few different routes from there that he could have taken. There was a country lane to one end, sort of a housing residential area across the street, or he could have possibly gone back on himself and gone back towards home. But yeah, that's the only positive recording that we've ever got him on, and that was 8 p.m. That footage, roughly 8 p.m. that night that he went missing. So that was the last time that I've seen him. Yeah.
Okay. And obviously you've had the wonderful canine SAR helping you from the beginning, haven't you? And I believe that there's been posters, flyers, drones searching. If you want to expand a little bit more on what has been done since missing point.
Yeah, so honestly, Lisa, there's been so much going on since the night he went missing. As far as I'm concerned, everything has been thrown at this, and just to not have a confirmed sighting for me, I think, is what's so painful, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, we immediately had posters out and about in the local area. We sort of saturated it as much as we could to get his face out there to people that weren't on social media, when actually a lot of it had already been on. We obviously, there was ground searches, there was door knocking, there was requesting for CCTV footage from anyone that had a camera. Drones have been up. I've bought my own drone since he went missing that I fly regularly, just to try and catch a glimpse of where he might be. But there has been so much going on. There's K9 have been amazing, and I really do need to acknowledge the help and the support that they've given me, because
take your time. I have got something to read out from Karen Moon from K9 SAR, just to go over, what they have done. And I believe that Moose is microchipped with an alert on.
He is,
yeah. Yeah, okay. And have police been involved at all? Have you reported it to the police because of the non-sightings, positive sightings and all the searches that have been done?
No, it's not anything I actually considered, if I'm being honest, because I think part of me has always wanted to refuse to believe he's been stolen, which obviously could always be. And I'll be honest, no, it really hasn't crossed my mind to sort of get them involved at the minute. In my head, he's just missing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But no, the police haven't been involved. No, not at all.
Yeah, I mean, it may be worth now, because so much searching has been done. You've got evidence of that. Moose could be a victim of theft by finding. Could be, though, by somebody that, when you're in dog world, you know what to do, but there are still people out there that don't actually know what to do when they find a dog. So there is that, and not everybody is on social media as well. Not everyone knows about dog wardens. So if that is what happened, we have to hope, and we appeal to anybody that knows anyone at all, neighbour, family, friends, a work colleague, if they have acquired a dog like Moose since he went missing, they may not actually realise he is a missing dog with a clearly heartbroken owner. So we just ask you to get in touch. You may be fearful for police, etc., but that's not the issue here. Jordan just needs Moose home. Just get in touch. There are 3 numbers that will show at the end. You can contact Jordan, contact K9 SAR, any of the numbers, call, text, WhatsApp. They'll arrange a pickup, and it can be the end of the campaign. But Moose does need to go home. Is there anything else that you'd like to appeal to the public about Moose?
I just want him home. This is where he belongs to be. This is where he needs to be. And my life has just been on hold since the day that he went missing. And I wake up every day and think about him immediately, and I go to bed, and it's the last thing that I think about every night. And if anybody does have him, even if they think they're doing the right thing because they want to keep him because he's cute, or they want to offer him a good life, or whatever, or he is not yours to take. And I miss him beyond comprehension. I miss him in ways that I can't even describe. And if anybody,
I think that's evident by how you are speaking about him.
Anybody knows anything, if they think they might have seen a dog that even remotely resembles him, then please let us know, because we will look into it. We will exhaust every single lead that we can to get him back home to us. But please know that he comes from a really loving home, and need back here.
Yeah. I go back to what I've just said. If everybody can please think back, if anybody has acquired a dog like Moose since he went missing, just have a look. There'll be a presentation at the end of this interview. have a look at the photos, have a look at the way he moves, etc. Just important as well, if you think that you see moose, if you can safely take a photo, because it's very hard when people think, oh, I've seen a dog like moose. If there's no photo to compare, it can take a lot of work and time and cause heartbreak when it isn't moose. So we do ask if anybody thinks they see moose from now or have seen, take a photo, or just give as good a description as possible. And I reiterate, don't fear about getting in trouble or anything if you get in touch. Maybe you realise that you have done the wrong thing and don't know how to approach Jordan or Canine Star now. No police, no questions asked. Just get in touch and please let him go home. He needs to go home. Jordan needs him home. Jordan, I don't normally mention rewards, but I do see on your posters that you have got a reward out.
We do, yeah. There is money available if that's what it takes to get him back home to us, and it's yours, no questions asked, as you said, Lisa. No strings attached. If he's back in my arms, that money is yours. It's just, I need him back home, and you can have it.
Yeah, just touch on that. Scammers, don't bother. You will be reported to the police. The reward is for information leading to Moose being home safely, and also will only be paid when he is home safely. And that, obviously you can discuss with Jordan and Canine Star, but no monies will be changing hands until Moose is home. Is there anything else that you would like to say? I mean, for me, it's very evident the heartbreak that you're going through, the emotional turmoil, since he's been missing. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
I think it's really important because I know a lot of people are going to watch this who have been involved in the search for Moose and know about his story. And I do just want to thank everybody that is supporting it. Everyone that's joined his group and comments on his posts and shares it, and has been out searching for him, helping me put up posters, helping do ground searches. The community group that got put together that have been really, really supportive. And obviously, as I said, Kana and Sarah as well. Just I love them guys and can't thank them enough for what they've done for me throughout all of this. And I think it's really important that I just acknowledge that everyone's contributions, basically. I just want to, just say thank you.
Okay. We will put a link to Moose's group, and if you can join, if you're not a member already, if you can invite friends on your list also to the group. I always say more members equals more shares, equals more chance of reaching eyes of information. Obviously, Moose could be anywhere now, so we ask for shares UK, Ireland, just every community group, any social media platform. And if you're on the Nextdoor app, put one of the posters on a post with contact details. Let's just get the word out about Moose everywhere. Just, trigger people's memories back to if they think they have seen him, or, to make people aware now that if someone has acquired a dog like Moose, you just take a photo, get in touch. So no questions asked. You may have acquired in good faith. It happens. Could have been given Moose, could have bought online, could have bought from somebody. Many, many, many possibilities. But there's just one thing we need, and that is Moose home. I'm just going to read out a extract from what Karen Moon, the founder of Canine SAR, has sent me. We have been supporting Jordan and Moose since he went missing on the 18th of February 2026. As is normal for a missing dog so close to home, it was hoped he would return himself over the next couple of nights, but sadly this didn't happen. Over the course of the first month, especially, drones were out every day and night. After this, drones went to every potential sighting, ground searches continued, every lead has been followed up almost immediately, and drones went ad hoc in the hope we could see him regardless of a sighting. Live feed cameras have been out constantly too. Searches took place day and night. Ground searching isn't just about searching. It also involves door knocking to collect CCTV, ring doorbell, and to create local awareness, postering, staying on the edges of fields, etc., with thermal scopes, and guiding the owner into a location if needed, etc. Postering, leaflet drops, and banners were distributed with the help of the community. The whole community has been amazing, checking their CCTV and allowing us to place our own cameras in locations where there has been possible sightings. Moose has a massive social media presence. Obviously, with this interview, we want to strengthen that presence. We would like to add that Jordan is an amazing soul. He hasn't and never will give up looking for moose. Whilst we can take shifts, Jordan never stopped. He's been by our side every step of the way. He barely sleeps. He's always doing something to try and bring his boy home. He's truly heartbroken, yet finds the time to help us with other missing dogs too. After all this time and not one positive sighting, we believe Moose may have been stolen, theft by finding, and could be anywhere in the country now. Thank you, Karen Moon, for writing that out for me to read out. Everything has been done so far, and it's evident, Jordan, that you really, really, as an owner, have done everything, gone over and above for your boy. And we just have to hope and pray that now, somebody does the right thing. We reach eyes that may not know about Moose. Moose is tiny, isn't he? He's smaller than a cat, I believe.
Yeah, he is really small. Yeah, he's tiny. I mean, even for a typical chihuahua size, he's still pretty small. Which obviously all that bit hard, unfortunately. But,
yeah. On the presentation and photos, you'll see, different angles of Moose. Quite distinctive, I think, as well in his colouring, isn't he, Jordan?
Yeah, I've never actually seen another dog that really looks like him. It's ironic that since he's gone missing, some of the dogs posts that people have sent me with possibilities have actually resembled him quite a lot. But no, I don't. I'd say he is quite distinctive, especially with the predominantly grey face that he's got against the black body. It stands out quite a bit.
Yeah, and can you just remind me how old he is?
3, he'll be 4, July the 8th.
So you may have, as I say, you may have acquired Moose in good faith. Maybe you haven't had him scanned yet, and not all vets do scan. So if you think that you do have Moose, either get in touch with more photos or take to a vet. You don't even have to give your details. If you know you've got Moose and you don't want to speak to anybody, just go to a vet, say you found him. You don't have to give your details, so don't worry. But if you have acquired Moose and you want to get in touch, take to a vet, get scanned if you haven't already. It happens. I mean, some people don't get their dogs scanned. If they have no reason to go to a vet, they don't auto get their dog scanned. Most rescues are very good, but there are some that may not scan and do the right thing. So this is where we go back to, you may have acquired Moose in good faith. We understand, canine SAR understand, Jordan understands, but he still does need to go home. So please get in touch. Okay, so as I say, we'll add the presentation to the interview. Again, I know I've said it before, but is there anything else that you would like to add?
No, not at the moment. That's it, at least. I think you've covered everything. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful.
Okay. So if you can please share this interview around on every social media platform, on Nextdoor app in your area, with the presentation. If you want a copy of the presentation, get in touch with Muddypawscrime and I'm happy to email it to you. And let's just get the word out about Moose everywhere. And I do pray that he is home as soon as possible, Jordan. Okay, thank you everyone for watching.
light shining through the window as I wake. When will this pain end, the daily heartache? Where are you now? When will you be home? Snuggling next to me in our happy zone. I will never give up, looking up until you are back in my arms, safe with me, never coming too hard. I miss you so much, why is life so unfair? If I knew where you are, I would be right there. The sun shines, but a gray cloud follows me. Not knowing is so hard, why can't they see? The hurt, the pain, the light is no more. You are all I live for. We'll never give up, looking up until you are back in my arms, safe with me, never coming too hard.